it pretty much was a tough time for me. Like coming off energy, you don't know if you're ever gonna be the same. You don't know if you're ever gonna be fast or be able to jump as high as you did, or just have your overall game as you once had before. So I pretty much was in an undecided process of if I'm ever gonna get back. But I just had a support system with my family and just staying level-headed and just working hard every day and just trusting the process, and eventually everything started to come back slowly.
Denijay, welcome to Fayetteville.
Hi, how you doing? Nice to meet you.
I'm good, man. Nice to meet you. How long you been here?
I've been here since June.
And what you think so far?
I'm enjoying the experience.
Yeah. You're from Hattiesburg. You played 4 years at Southern Miss.
Yeah, correct.
A little bit different there than here.
Yeah,
What's the biggest difference?
Pretty much just, just a transition from SEC, from Sunbelt, just a different experience itself, more intensity, stuff like that.
What made you want to come to Arkansas?
I mean, just growing up, I always wanted to play for SEC. And like after playing for Hattiesburg, I ended up entering the portal, and I just want to, try my luck. And Fayetteville was one of the options that came up, and I wanted to explore here, and I ended up enjoying it, and I'm still enjoying it to today.
Tell me about your game.
Pretty much, I'm a hustle guy. I work hard, do all the little things like rebound, defend, make open shots, and just let the game come to me.
Spins down low nicely, kicks it away to Harris beautifully.
What kind of shots you like to take?
Pretty much mid-range area.
Yeah.
Like my float game is one of the things I pretty much thrive on, and I'm really, really comfortable with.
How about defensively?
I like the intensity, like just being able to be up in the guy, being able to guard him. I really enjoy it, and I thrive off of it.
So 6'7", right?
6'7".
Forward.
Yeah.
In today's game, you get 6'7" guards. 6'7" forward might be undersized a little bit.
Yeah.
Coach Muss likes to talk about positionless basketball.
Yeah.
It's play everywhere. But have you been, in your career, sort of an undersized big man? Do you play bigger than you are?
Well, at Hattiesburg, I pretty much play like a 3 and a 4. So like you said, with the game being so balanced and the elevating, like every role pretty much the same. Other than the 5 where like you go on bigger guys, but like 1 through 4 pretty much the same. So he ended up balancing out.
What would you say the best part of your game is? If somebody were watching you for the first time, what do you think they're gonna notice? What are they gonna see?
Well, my energy, my intensity level, like on both ends. I like to bring the energy.
This season, he has 10 here tonight. Denijay Harris.
Tell me about growing up. Where are you from? What was home life like? We're gonna kind of go through your story, your career a little bit.
Okay, so I'm from Columbia, Mississippi. I'm the youngest brother of 3 brothers. I'm the baby boy.
How much older are they?
Well, I got a middle brother. He's 32, and my other brother, he's 34. And I always been the youngest brother, and like growing up, basketball, I always been involved in. Like just growing up, I watched them play basketball, but they never furthered their career as far as like college level. But just seeing them playing it, and then just me having a taste for it, I just ended up enjoying it and wanted to continue playing it. And like I went to Columbus High School up in Mississippi. I went there, I graduated, went to Southwest for a semester. I ended up getting hurt, and then went to Southern Miss for 4 years. And now I'm here at Fayetteville. I'm enjoying it.
In high school or growing up, were you always good at basketball? Like as a really young kid, did you play a bunch of sports?
Well, I played basketball and football. I never got into like baseball and stuff.
Yeah.
But like I played basketball for a little bit. Well, I played basketball, they had little camps and stuff. I went to all the little camps growing up.
Yeah.
And then I played football too, like in the park. But I had a couple injuries with that. I didn't want to continue playing that. I want to play basketball where you be skilled, avoid injuries. And that was a road I pretty much took.
What were days like for you, like after school? Were you playing a bunch of basketball, like growing up? Were you running around in the neighborhood? What were you doing?
I pretty much one of the younger brothers. I always wanted to do something for like just being outside, playing basketball. Like I played the game a lot growing up, but I really enjoy like being outside and just playing basketball. Like that was one of the things I really enjoyed. And like my parents, I'm always asking them, can you take me to the gym like every day?
That's awesome. So mom, dad, did they play sports
they played
growing up? Or
like my mama ran
college?
track. My dad played basketball and he went to the military. So like sports kind of like in my blood. And I have cousins and stuff that kind of pretty much played basketball too, but sports pretty much a passion for my family and me also.
And so then you go to JUCO. So how did you end up at JUCO? Why did you end up there? Were you getting recruited, not really getting too recruited? Like, what was your situation?
So pretty much, I played, when I was playing there, like, you know, you gotta go through the clearinghouse and stuff like that. So I played AAU, but I didn't play a lot of AAU. You know, that's how you get pretty much a lot of your attention.
You didn't play a lot of summer ball?
No, I never really just played a lot of summer ball, but I played a lot toward my like 10th to 12th grade year. So like, I really never just had the big attention around my name. So like, I had Brian Benner. He was pretty much on me hard, and pretty much was listening to him, and I like the things that he said as far as like excelling my game and just giving me the attention that I need. And he would recruit me like my 12th grade year. And so like, I had other people recruit me too, but it was like, I really enjoyed what he was saying, and he ended up getting me to Division I, like within a semester.
So kind of a late bloomer from a prospect standpoint.
Yeah.
And you had this JUCO coach who's paying attention to you. Yeah. And then at the very end, you got some other people, but you've got a relationship and you believe this guy. So you end up going to Southwest Mississippi Community College. But before we get there, like, how good were you in high school? Were you scoring a lot of points? Were you were you stand out, or could he just see something in you?
Well, like 10th grade year, like coaches that were there, like I went through a couple coaching changes, but coaches that were there, they seen something in me. And like 11th grade, I had a pretty good season. In 12th grade, I had a good season. Like 10th grade, we won the championship. I was around players that, you know, that was pretty good, but I ended up blending in with them, but I actually didn't play a lot that year. So like coming off the championship year and having the experience around guys that knew how to win kind of instilled in me. And like I got better that 11th grade year, 12th grade year. I had a good year. I was a standout. I had a former player that was in the NBA. One of my teammates, we had a good year too.
So you go to community college. What happens when you get there? Which is how far away, by the way?
4 hours.
4 hours away from home. So what happens when you get to Southwest Community College?
It was kind of new for me. Like I was pretty much a homebody. Like I always like enjoyed being around my parents. I never really too much like being far away from my family because I'm always around them, you know, in high school. And like just going to the college was a different experience. Like I'm pretty much on my own, but like I still got a relationship with them through phone, but ain't nothing like being in person. So I just had to get adjusted to being on my own and just maturing and just being away from everybody in grind mode.
Hard?
Yeah, it was hard for me. It was pretty much a big adjustment. Like working hard always been my thing, but being away from family is something that kind of took a time with adjustment.
Interesting. And you got hurt, right?
Yeah, so that pretty much took a toll on me too. Like they would come to games, but like as far as when I got hurt, you know, I was telling them like pretty much ain't no reason to come to the game. Like I understand y'all have my support, but I'm hurt. So that just went through the process. But with me knowing that I was going to a Division I kind of smoothed the process of recovery. So I battled my injury, but I was kind of happy that I was going up to another level.
What was your injury?
I had a meniscus tear and cartilage damage.
Okay. Did you have to have surgery for that? A minor surgery?
No, it was a major surgery. It had
Really?
me out for like 2 years. Took a maximum of 2 years to recover.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a big time setback.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I ain't know I was gonna, you know, come back the same. You know, it took me out for a good little while.
Yeah. So how'd you get to Southern Miss? Did they kind of know that kind of like they had paid attention to you, like, hey, go to JUCO for a semester and then we can get you in here?
So coming out of high school to JUCO, I didn't have no Division I offers, pretty much all JUCO. So once I came to JUCO, like we'll have like practices where we have, you know, Division I coaches coming in, just watching and seeing you play like from practice. So like you can already have that relationship for when you build in the season. But unfortunately, I didn't get to play the season, but I had built a relationship with one of the coaches before the season. He was just watching me in and out of practice. So like, pretty much just building a relationship. And we had some summer games that actually got a good footage of me, and they were pretty much like, that's all I needed to see. And you know, they ended up offering me, and I ended up going to Southern Miss.
So once you got there, did it take a while with your injury and everything to even get going?
Yeah, it took you know, like coming in from high school or even JUCO to a Division I is an adjustment itself. And like with me being injured, it kind of made the process of me adjusting pretty much harder. I had to work harder than others because I'm coming off injury, and I'm a freshman coming out of high school, so it was a pretty big adjustment.
So when did you start to see some progress?
Kind of towards like my sophomore year, like when things started to come along, I started getting in like basketball shape, practice shape, and like I was able to compete. I started seeing a couple glimpses of my old self, and like gaining my confidence back and things like that.
So did you think in this period of like 2.5 years, well, let me ask you, what were you thinking? Because that seems like kind of a dark place to be in. You know, a tough time.
Yeah, it pretty much was a tough time for me. Like coming off injury, you don't know if you're ever gonna be the same. You don't know if you're ever gonna be fast or be able to jump as high as you did, or just have your overall game as you once had before. So I pretty much was in an undecided process of if I'm ever gonna get back. But I just had a support system with my family, and just staying level-headed and just working hard every day and just trusting the process, and eventually everything started to come back slowly.
Yeah, what did you do to kind of stay out of, you know, when you would get down, what would you do to kind of pick yourself out or pull yourself up?
Just remembering like why I started, you know, coming to basketball was something I enjoyed as a child, and like, you know, as a child, like, you don't pretty much really just go through things. You just enjoying having fun playing basketball. But you know, once you get to the college level, there's when things like injuries and other things started to come and play. And I just took it back to the roots. Like, my family enjoyed me playing basketball. I enjoyed playing basketball, and I know one day I'm gonna end up getting over the things that got me down for this period of time, but I'm gonna get through it.
What was your why? Do you have, you know, everybody asks about that, like, hey, what's your why? But what's always been sort of that thing off in the distance that you're playing for?
Pretty much my family, and just I always wanted to be something in life, like, and just growing up, I figured basketball one of my whys, like, you know, this one of the things I'm gonna thrive at, that I'm gonna be good at. And my parents, they always wanted me to be something, and they seen that basketball is also something that I can thrive at, and they were like, something I'm gonna stick with, and even good or bad, I'm gonna always stick with it.
So you get healthy, do you see things start to happen for you at Southern Miss? How did the rest of that go for you the last 2 years? Because you were there 4 total, really played like, what, 2.5 basically?
Yeah, so like my first 2 years, I redshirted, and then I had COVID, the COVID year, so I never had the actual game experience. So like freshman year, I was getting back healthy. Sophomore year, I was still getting back healthy. But that third year, I actually got comfortable with getting that game experience. Like, I didn't start, but I still got, you know, a feel for the game, and I can see that I still got a chance. I can make a big year coming out of next year. And like the last year, I actually been there 5 years. I'm mistaken, 5 years. And the first 2 years was kind of getting under my belt.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it was been there so long.
I feel like you're 30 years old by now. That whole COVID thing and a red shirt, a medical red shirt,
medical red shirt.
I mean, you end up playing.
So I only got 3 years total to actually like play, because 2 years I was hurt.
Right.
And like the first 2 years I was getting the experience, but the last year I ended up being able to start playing some key games and being around guys that also wanted to win, and having a good season.
Harris knows he needs 3, then he picks them up.
Yeah, and 22-23, you averaged about 9 points a game, 5.5 rebounds. Did that feel like what you were gonna be, you know? Did you feel like, oh, here I am, I feel like me?
So coming off the injury, I didn't know what to expect. And, you know, being having all them years of downtime, I didn't expect me to have one of those years. And once I finally had them years, it kind of showed me that I still got a chance at this thing. And it's pretty much boosted my confidence, and it felt great.
Good year too. Southern Miss, you guys won the Sun Belt regular season title.
Yeah, it felt good. You know, it was one of the things I always worked for. You know, I like to win, as far as individually and as a team.
So then you go in the transfer portal. You say, hey, I got a chance to play at a higher level?
Yeah. So after that season, I felt like I can get bigger and better. And like I said, SEC was one of the leagues I wanted to play in. And I ended up testing it out and getting good feedback, and ended up being here at Fayetteville.
So you ended up at Arkansas. Were there some others that you thought maybe you might go to? And what was different about Arkansas?
Well, I just like the tradition here. Like, I want to go to a big program. They had a lot of, like I said, in the previous, I never had that hype around my name or anything. But like here, you know, you got a lot of attention around here. It's a winning tradition, and I just love the program. It's a place to be.
What did Coach Muss tell you about how you fit in here? How they were going to use you, what role you might play?
Pretty much just, you know, just filling in, just being an injury guy, rebounding, doing the little things, you know, just being a team guy.
So it sounds like maybe your best basketball is ahead of you. You've been through all this adversity.
Yeah.
Finally get to play, you know, start, have a great year at Southern Miss. What are your expectations here now? What are your dreams?
You know, I just want, you know, individually wise, you know, I want to keep myself going as far as what I accomplished last season, you know, just keep going up the ladder. And as far as team wise, I want to, you know, help the team win. What
are your dreams beyond college?
You know, I want to play professionally. That was one of the reasons why I stuck with this thing, because kind of like an investment. Like, even though you go through things, you gotta see the bigger picture. And as far as, you know, I see that I can play professionally, and that's one of my main goals.
So when you're done being a Razorback, you haven't even played a game yet, but when you're done being a Razorback, how do you hope people will remember your time here?
You know, I just want to be remembered as far as, like, you know, someone they remember that like actually played, you know, had a big impact, and just, you know, help the program keep going in the direction that it once was before I got here.
Well, we can't wait to watch you play, man.
Yeah, so I'm
It's gonna
excited.
be fun running out there, hearing all those people.
Yeah, it's gonna be new for me.
Yeah, they're gonna be the most hyped crowd you think you've played in front of.
Yeah. So we had a pretty decent crowd, but ain't nothing like the SEC level, and I'm excited.